Okay guys, welcome to another short video. I was at the Play Expo event in Glasgow yesterday, Saturday the 17th of June. And this is the second year it's been running. I was there last year as well. It was in exactly the same place. It's a place called the Braehead Arena. Braehead's, it's in Renfrewshire, on the outskirts of Glasgow. An AC/DC pinball machine.
Here we see the master pinballer.
There's Mr. Sub-Zero himself, showing us the eloquent art of pinball, allegedly. So he tells me.
Sometimes there's no skill involved. Sure, folks disagree with you, but I would agree with you.
I've got to say, I'm not a fan of pinball. I'm not a fan of pinball at all. I mean, I totally understand that people do enjoy it, but it's just not for me. I had one game of pinball, it was Indiana Jones table, and I'm just, I think I lasted about a minute.
Just going for a wee wander, did a bit of a course, see, we'll give you a bit, man, eh? Aye,
Yeah, tons of pinball games, tables, but I'll be honest, trying to actually get a game of any of them was difficult. There was somebody always on. I don't think I ever saw a spare pinball, a free pinball table until very, very late on in the day. I mean, I stayed there, I got there at 10 o'clock. I went with my daughter, who was dressed as cosplay, in a cosplay costume, but she wanted to go home after about 2 hours. So I took her back to her granny's in Glasgow, then I came back through again. Up there is a big screen, which I'll let you see in a second. I think they were playing, what was that? Was that Street Fighter 4? I think it was, something like that. Oh no, it wasn't. Was that Mario Kart? Oh, I think it was Super Smash Brothers. Yeah, this was quite early on, so it was fairly quiet. I've got to say, it never got really mobbed, which was a good thing. Compared to, you know, the events I've been at in Blackpool and Manchester, they were always a lot busier. I was talking to my mate George, and he seemed to think that it's the same number of machines as we were at this one, but Blackpool is more spread out, whereas here everything's all in one hall, apart from one little bit that's got some online stuff. It's got, what do you call it, Jedi Knight, and I think it was Minecraft. My daughter and I had one shot of a Jedi Knight thing. I'm not an online gamer. Track and field, managed to get the second highest long jump record, 9.38, and that was literally about half an hour before it was due to close. I was made up with that. I'm not particularly good at track and field with buttons, which I know is the main thing. I'm a lot better than using joysticks, but yeah, I think there were some track and field machines that use joysticks, but you know, normally it's the buttons. So you can see there's a decent selection of cabs, Popeye and Donkey Kong, the Nintendo ones, and this was the sort of the vector graphic corner. There's Battle Zone, there's Tempest, and there's Asteroids. I'm never overly keen on filming in public places like this, because I always kind of feel like some people aren't comfortable about getting a phone pointed in their face, which is totally understandable, so I try and gloss over it fairly quickly. Galaxian had one shot. The Galaxian screen was quite dull, it wasn't the greatest. Never did get a shot of that. Although I saw on Facebook tonight my mate Mike absolutely annihilated the high scores. He got something like 24 million. Space Invaders, there we go. So that was all arcade machines. I don't know how many there were, maybe 30, something like that. There wasn't a huge selection. There was quite a few favourites of mine missing. There was no Berserk, there was no Missile Command. Indiana Jones, pole position, another shot at pole position. Didn't have a shot at Continental Circus. Super Hang On, the screen was all kind of strange colour. Never played Afterburner, not a big fan of Afterburner. And then there's the Mortal Kombat 2, and I think it was that Point Blank, and then I think in the far corner was some light gun game. Apologies about the kind of blurred video, guys. I'm kind of turning it very quickly. Now that was the very first machine I ever owned. That was my very first video machine. A Beneteau, and it was that burnt orange colour. NES, ColecoVision, is that another, I'm going a bit too quick there. Another NES, another NES. Don't know what that is. Was that a Master System, I think? Another NES, another Master System, and don't know what that is. Now, my daughter was dressed up as Diva from Overwatch, and my daughter's quite a shy little girl, and within about 5 minutes of being in the place, this girl, probably in her 20s, came running up to her and she's like, "Oh my god, can I get a picture taken with her please?" So I took a picture of her and my daughter, and she's like, "Oh my god, that is the best Diva costume I've ever seen." She was absolutely all over her. She says, "I'm actually an admin for the sort of cosplay type things, and that's just amazing." So my daughter was absolutely over the moon. There's a, is that an Electron? There's a, yeah, I don't know what that is. It's all going far too quick. A couple of Commodore 64s. No, that's an Amiga. Is that cannon fodder? There's an Atari ST. Round the back. There's a NES or a GX 4000. Is that a Mega Drive? Another Mega Drive 2. Oh, there's a PC Engine. That's the graphics on that, so I've got out. There's a Neo Geo, what's it, ACS it's called, the home version, which are stupidly expensive. So, I mean, there was a good selection of home consoles, I've got to say. But you know what, I never really play them because I don't see the point, because I've got them all. You know, and any I don't have is because that wee girl with the grey t-shirt, her there, looking at the camera, or maybe not, her with the ginger hair, that was the young lady that was fussing over my daughter. So she was absolutely made up. Now, I was going to say, I think there was a Mario Kart competition later on, and oddly they were using the N64 one, which I think I'm not a fan of. I love Mario Kart, but I'm not a fan of N64 one. I always think it's quite probably the poorest version out there, but I'm not an expert, I might be talking nonsense. So here again, there's more. There's a Jaguar, and that's running a Wolfenstein. Well, there's something wrong with the picture jumping up and down. There's a Mega CD. I actually played that game, actually quite nice. There's a Super Nintendo, and there's another Mega Drive. I can't see what the game is. Don't know what that is. No idea. Strange one. That is a Philips CDI, if I'm not mistaken. And there's SNES, PlayStation, yep. Saturn, an N64, and another couple of PlayStations. And right in the corner is another N64 and a Sega Saturn. So yeah, I mean, there's absolutely tons and tons of home systems. Again, Saturn, PlayStation, N64, PlayStation. The guy that's doing the commentary, he goes to all these things. He's a kind of bald-headed guy. PS2, Xbox, GameCube, Dreamcast, Xbox, GameCube, and another PS2. Gradually getting more modern. There's a 360. Now, I've got to say, although I'm not a fan of beat 'em up games, There was a a game, is it Injustice? Injustice 2 I think it was called. The graphics are incredible. It's all sort of Marvel. Up there's Mr. Geordie himself, George. He's one of the computer club guys. In fact, George was the founder of our club. There's a couple of pickups that he's got. A little beer mat. Yeah, I sat down with George for a wee while, had a bit of a chin wag. Yeah, this Injustice 2, I think I feature it in a wee while. That's wee Mario Kart 8 on the Xbox 360. And then, what is this in here? This is the Ultra, and I can't see it there properly. It's actually around the other side. There's PS4s and Xbox Ones. Again, when you own all these systems, I've not got any real desire to actually play any of them. Now, there's a game there, that one there, that cooking game. I remember seeing a demo of that in Blackpool. If anybody knows what that game's called, let me know, because I thought it looked excellent. Right, moving on. I think that these little kids just further up are playing the game here. Again, I'm always a bit wary pointing the camera when it's, especially when there's kids playing. Yeah, that's it there. That just looks amazing. That is Injustice 2. Really, really impressed. I wee snotty guy wiping his nose in front of the camera. There's Wipeout, the new Wipeout, which I have now got. Sorry mate, out the road, don't want to spill your beer. Don't know what that is, I think it's a still from FIFA. Oddly, that guy is an ostrich. What game is that? Is it some kind of unlockable extra out of Grand Theft Auto or something? The Escapists, never heard it. Now I did meet a few people. I met Mark, who's is it Silicon State? I think your YouTube thing's called Mark. Mark's actually my mate Dave, who you've probably seen the video channels for. I met Mark the last time actually, so I spent quite a bit of time. I had a bit of lunch. Really nice tying up with him. And I also met, now I'm really sorry, I can't remember your name. There's a young guy who watches my channel. I was talking to him and his mum. He's a really nice guy. I met him last year. He was there with his mate. Totally sound bloke. I do apologise, but I can't remember what your name is. And I know you do comment on my videos. But yeah, absolutely excellent meeting you. Really nice to catch up with people. And there's a guy up here who's dressed as Bill out of Left 4 Dead. I was actually talking to him. It's the best cosplay I've ever seen. He just looks like Bill. There's the usual tat, there he is there. He really looked the part. There's the usual crap. There's that Vectrex. That Vectrex was there last year, and it's £200 and it's a show special apparently. £200 show special. Christ knows how much the guy's wanting for it. A non-show special. There's the usual shite, all the bloody plushies and pops, and I mean there was a couple of console passion were there as usual. There was one guy, he seemed to have more stuff in boxes, so it wasn't really easy to actually find stuff. I did look at a few games. I mean, you'll see there £59. I mean, Shenmue's, that's 70 quid. Prices are pretty steep, I've got to say. Yeah, there's just the usual but yeah, there's some little Nintendo Game & Watch things, and then that little Munchman, I used to actually own that. It wasn't that very one, but it was the same model. Sorry if it had been so blurred, but like I said, I was trying to get the video recording done out the road so I could then get back to playing some games. But I'm saying this was early on. This was actually after I took my daughter home, so this would be about 2:30. It was possibly starting to get a wee bit quiet, I think, by this point. And when I stayed to the very end, I was there till 5 to 6. and at that point you could virtually get on any game you wanted apart from Outrun. I was still thinking, yeah, models, not my thing at all. Jewellery. T-shirts, plushies, and God knows what. There's more pops, whatever they're called, or they're not pops, there's something else. So you can see the size of it. It's not a particularly big area. Yeah, I've got to say, I should have been better recording this in 60 frames per second, because when I pan round, it's just really blurred. But yeah, I mean, who wants to buy a bloody Legend of Zelda mirror or clock? Not me. And this one here is just toys. It's just toys, you know. And there's manga. More plushies. Sadly, there was no tablet. Or was it Fairy Cakes? I think it was. Fairy Cakes were at Blackpool. So yeah, there was probably 2 stalls that had quite a good range of games. I mean, there's Console Passion, there was that one you saw earlier, and there's a guy around the corner. I can't remember if I actually filmed him. These guys were selling, there's a dude. Yeah, wristbands and what have you, headscarves. Up there's the VR zone, I didn't bother going up there. Yeah, this guy here, he just had hundreds and hundreds of games in boxes, and it was virtually impossible to actually see what he had, because they were all in boxes. There's some of the stuff he's got for sale there. There's maps, no idea what these are. These are jewellery again, and that's the Console Passion. Again, quite pricey. You know, it would be nice if their prices were cheaper than eBay, but you know, the fact you can go on eBay and buy them. I was looking at an NES, I think it was about 90 quid or something. I just decided against it. You know, it's you've got the convenience part of it. If you don't like eBay, and lots of folk don't like eBay, then great, you can go in there and just pick up a console. You know, because you can't walk into a shop, you can't walk into a game and buy a Dreamcast. So yeah, it's good that you can do that. But if you're alright at buying stuff on eBay, then you can definitely get it cheaper. Although there's always the risk about getting something that's not working. Yeah, some games as well. Simon. A few more, don't know what that was. PC, I think, is it? Yeah, I think it is. They're PC games. And I was talking to Jim Bagley for quite a while. My daughter was watching a cosplay thing, so I sat with Jim for about 20 minutes and just had a natter finding out all about the next. He was giving me some demos of some of the built-in software that's going to be part of it. Jim's such a nice guy. I mean, he's a bit of a celebrity in our kind of little circle, you know, little hobby. But he's such a down-to-earth guy. You can just play there with him. Jim was actually sitting there where that chair is. That's where Jim was sitting. But he'd obviously taken the next away at that point. But aye, he's such a nice guy. He was telling me all about it and the features it's going to have. So I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I said that to Jim. I said I wasn't even fussed about signing up to the next, but then just I got caught up in excitement for getting a brand new computer. First brand new computer probably since the Amiga, I think it is. So some more 16-bit consoles, Mega Drives, SNESes, and I think in the far corner here there was a N64 playing Mario Kart. Yeah, they were having a competition in that particular one, and it was really chock-a-block. More PCs. So that is kind of it. That's all. Yeah, that's the gaming home consoles, and then you've got the arcade games up there, and you've got pinballs up there on the left hand side. But you can see there that this is probably about 3 o'clock by this point. Still had 3 hours to go, and it was definitely thinning out, which was great because it meant you could then get shots of stuff. Like I say, the pinball tables always seem to be somebody somebody playing it. Wasn't you know, if you wanted to get a shot, you basically had to wait your turn. So anyway guys, listen, I hope you've given a slight flavour of what Play Expo Glasgow is like. Yeah, that is it. As usual guys, thank you very much for watching.